Segment coming up now, NFL free agents who could be signed next here on NFL Daily. I'm Mitchell Renz, Tom Downey. We're going to roll through this one quickly, so make sure that you're sitting down, maybe get some popcorn, and watch the show. So more signings are coming. What do you think?
I think this is what happens. Now, the NFL has officially lifted its ban on tryouts, meaning they're going to allow teams to bring in players for workouts. That'll lead to some visits as well. There are a bunch of players, and a common theme we'll get into with some of these guys is that there are health issues. They've been banged up. I think that has turned off a lot of NFL teams. There have been some exceptions. Guys who are willing to sign very cheaply. The Jordan Reeds of the world have some who know the coach, for example. The Lamar Millers who have signed recently. I think the ban on tryouts, if it's being lifted, though, will result in more players signing. For example, Mitch, I like Damon Harrison. There had been some whispers that maybe he wasn't going to play this year, but he never officially opted out, so guess he's going to go. He, again, fits the common mold on today's show that now that the opening is getting a little bit more real for the NFL, they can bring in tryouts and visits and all that kind of stuff. Damon Harrison, coming off the medical issue, battled through injury last year, I think it makes sense for him to sign. I saw some comments for Everson Griffen for Seattle. Yep. I think Seattle makes sense for Damon Harrison, too. If you need a two-down run stopper on the cheap, Damon Harrison's your guy.
Absolutely.
Go get him.
I mean, someone that has a lot of production. You're not going to get the old production that you once had from him, but another veteran that I would absolutely love to go out and get. So this is going to be the pinned comment on today's video. What does that mean? When you click into this video, it's going to be the very, very top one. So who is the best free agent left? So scroll on down, for those of you getting hit with that YouTube ad break, and let us know who the best free agent is left available. Dre Kirkpatrick, I don't think he's the best available, but he is next up here on our list.
I think he's unsigned because of the injuries. Missed 10 games last year, has finished back-to-back seasons on injured reserve. The question is he healthy right now? Teams can bring him in and find out a little bit more than maybe they previously thought. There hasn't been a ton of buzz around him thus far, which I blame on the injuries. But if you're a team who's like, geez, we are thin at corner right now, I need someone who we can start in a pinch. He's not great, but we just need something to get through this year. I think Dre Kirkpatrick is your guy, Mitch. I think he makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, I think he does. I think if you're a team, maybe, I don't know, like the New York Giants, and you had some unforeseen things happening in this offseason.
Great spot for him.
I think Dre Kirkpatrick, also a team like the Seattle Seahawks, who likes lanky cornerbacks.
There you go.
Man, can't get it out. Maybe, you know what, Tom, I should just cover up my face so you don't see me stumbling over my words. And for all of you, if you are trying to go to an NFL game this year, you will need to cover up yours as well. Go to chatsports.com/staysafe. Whether you're going to the supermarket, whether you're walking down the street, but if you do plan on going to an NFL game, you will have to wear your mask. You can get them these in singles, doubles, triples, and the quadruple packs. That is the best bang for your buck. $29.99. I have, I believe, 3 different pairs of 4-packs for my favorite team. But also, Tom, they have the neck covering ones as well, which I know you're a big fan of.
I like them. I find them comfortable, although it might not be the best for you. Either way, there are a ton of options. Check the description, check the comments, chatsports.com/staysafe.
Jadeveon Clowney. We've seen the comments. We've seen everyone getting hyped up around him. I am not sure where he's going to go, if he's going to sign. The ball's in his court.
My purpose of this video was to kind of mention some of these names who I think will sign soon. You've seen a lot of buzz as of late around the Timmy Jernigans, the Tavon Austins of the world. I still wanted to include some big name players because you guys don't care about some of those other guys. So I put Clowney on here, but I'm not sure the visits opening up drastically impact him because he's had options. He's had offers out there.
Yep.
What I do think might impact him a little bit more and why he might sign soon, I don't know what's going on with Vic Beasley in Tennessee. I think that makes a lot of sense for him.
I mean, the Tennessee Titans right now have the best odds to go out and get Clowney because this is the team that's been linked to him for a long time. It's also in terms of fit, does make a lot of sense. And then, sure, you add the addition with Vic Beasley, who the Tennessee Titans were like, wait a minute, Vic, why aren't you coming to camp? He's like, yeah, I know you guys were expecting me. And now he's just failed his physical. So a lot of complications. The Las Vegas Raiders also have been there. The Seahawks, even though they've said that they're out on them, I don't know. I know
they're staying standing. The report was that they're still out. But as long as Clowney's out there, I think Seahawks will still be connected because just a fallback option. You know?
So where will Clowney sign? Throw it in the comments section. We just showed you the latest odds. a dark horse team to go out and get Clowney that wasn't featured there, the Kansas City Chiefs, a team that has been all in. They have $14 million in cap space. If you were Clowney,
they got to roll that over, man.
1-year deal. If you could win a Super Bowl, I think the Chiefs make a great offer.
It makes sense from a Clowney perspective. Not sure it makes sense from a Chiefs perspective.
It's a dark horse. Okay. Where will Clowney sign? Patriots, Raiders. I see an Eagles throw in there as well. Continue to let us know. Let's go to Delanie Walker, 38 years old, one-time fantasy football sweetheart, especially in PPR leagues. But he's played in only 8 games the past 2 seasons, and he's definitely near the end.
This is the Dre Kirkpatrick of offense. He's not the same guy that he was in his prime, but he can still help you. Now, there was the report, I think, from his agent that said there were several teams interested in him. The Patriots were one such team mentioned.
It makes sense.
And they do make sense as a fit. Matt Lacoste opted out. They got 2 first-year players at tight end. They're a little bit young, a little bit youthful there.
Yep.
I think Walker will sign, and I think he is going to sign in the near future. Hopefully before week 1, so he can, in theory, contribute to an NFL team. I know he's got maybe 1 year left, and I've been burned before by these older guys not actually signing, but I think you see Walker land with a team in the near future.
Time now to go to the outside linebacker position, Clay Matthews, or an edge rusher who is coming off a rather productive season where he had 8 sacks. And if you're looking for a bang for your buck, Clay could at least be some sort of an option.
There's a little bit of, I think, deception with that year out of Clay Matthews because he broke his jaw week 5, week 6, somewhere in that time frame.
Yep.
He had missed some time. When he came back, he wasn't the same guy. And I wonder if that's the main reason why Matthews remains unsigned. He's always been able to contribute to you. He's always been able to help you out, as even in today's NFL as a part-time situational pass rusher. I think it makes sense for some team to sign Clay Matthews. Maybe it's Pete Carroll. Maybe it's Mike McCarthy, because those 2 guys know Clay Matthews pretty well. But I don't think he's going to be nearly as impactful, and also not nearly as expensive as the other guys on that list right there.
So who would you rather have? And when you think about this question, you have to think about price tag. Everson Griffen, type EG, Jadeveon Clowney, type JC, or Clay Matthews, type CM. Most bang for your buck player, Tom. Who are you going with?
I think I'll go Everson Griffen from a bang-for-your-buck perspective. I'd still rather sign Clowney. Okay. Yes, I'm not maximizing my dollar as much, but I kind of just want the best player.
Next player here, Eric Reid. I am very, very surprised, and I can't give you a good answer why he's
In
still
all
available.
honesty, I probably shouldn't have put him on here, because if he hasn't signed now, I don't know what's going to change, because I don't get it. He had a great year. Is he a legitimate, starting strong safety, a top 10 guy? No. But is he a guy that can start for you?
Yes.
Yeah. Can he help you out at linebacker and strong safety? Yeah. I don't know why Eric Reid's still unsigned. I know the Panthers cut him to save some money. I get that, I should say. But there are too many teams out there who are in need of another safety option. They're going to roll Jeremy Chin, but there are a bunch of teams that go, you know what? We could use a number 3 safety. This dude's pretty good at that. He's really good at it. So it is weird to me.
I would make the argument that he is a little bit one-dimensional. He's more of just a tackler. He's okay at covering. However, when you have a player that has 130 sacks, or 130 tackles, there are plenty of teams that could use an Eric Reid. Eric Reid plays safety, and according to Logan Ryan's agent, they might try to switch him to safety. You're looking at a player who, yes, has some solid numbers, but was definitely picked on last year, and I think the name value of Logan Ryan has been a little bit overhyped, and this is my version of a Jadeveon Clowney in the secondary where he just overvalued himself.
Yeah, this is not like suddenly teams can bring people in for visits, it's going to change his mind. I think Ryan overestimated his market. He had great volume stats last year, got picked on a lot, though. Was the most targeted corner in the NFL this past season. Now his agent is pushing him as a safety. It's just weird, man. You're a nickel corner. You're a solid one. Now you're trying to push yourself as a safety, which you haven't really played before. I get the safety nickel overhang role can kind of overlap.
I understand linebackers trying to become edge rushers because you get paid more. Cornerbacks get paid more than safeties. You do. I just don't understand that move whatsoever.